Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Falak Khan, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi-decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such industry stalwart on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Dr. Sanjivv Gandhi. Hello, welcome, Dr. Gandhi. We are glad to have you here today with us on FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being with us today. So let me give you a quick brief about Dr. Sanjivv Gandhi. With a career spanning over 3.5 decades, he has traversed diverse realms, from being a key member of corporate management in India to venturing into entrepreneurship and eventually establishing himself as a sought-after corporate consultant. His expertise extends to cross-border takeovers, mergers, stake liquidations, stock exchange listing for asset unlocking, fundraising, and providing commercial support to companies across various verticals, from established enterprises to grassroots ventures. An intriguing facet of his recent pursuits is his involvement in angel and first-round funding for 3 tech startups and a hospitality venture, each situated in a fascinating niche of the business landscape. His current role as a promoter director at Chrysos Edge Consultants Private Limited involves providing consulting CFO services to mid-sized corporations on trajectory of upward growth, showcasing his acumen in financial and legal services. So, Dr. Gandhi, to begin with, could you walk us through the pivotal moments in your career journey from your early days in corporate management to your current role as a consulting CFO?
Thank you so much, and it was a very good introduction. I wish my wife was listening to this. And well, I started my career way back in 1982 after my post-graduation with Blue Star Limited in the corporate office finance department, and I was involved in the team where Blue Star brought in first desktop laptops, Hewlett Packard into India, Jomo Schneider, APBX system. It was a fascinating journey, a lot of learning, interacting with the corporate leadership, and more of so learning the business insights into new territories which that company was going into. And then I shifted to Devidal Electronics and Wires Limited, a total contrast, a financially strapped company, but it was a lot of challenge. That's why I took it, and a restructuring of the financial needs with multiple banks, and also involvement into buying of copper, currency swaps, and so on and so forth. It was very fascinating. Well, then being a Gujarati, then the entrepreneur bug caught me up, and I started a small plastic processing unit along with the family. Worked there for some time, but I realized that I'm not a factory working guy, and it was more of a boardroom attitude of mine. So then I shifted to another entrepreneur ventures for travel and tourism. We did overseas travel for middle class for a very small amount. Then this was the time when the startup as a coin word was not there. Developed that business, sold to somebody else. Then went into the patient management program for the pharma companies. There also worked with all major MNCs in India, who were mainly into chronic disease like cancer, hepatitis, and being a link between the company and the patients across the country with multiple languages support. Worked there for 2 years, 2.5 years, and sold that company to for a good premium. In the meantime, I started my international funding arrangements for the corporates in India, and also supported HNIs out supported the HNIs situated outside India for their investment into India into real estate. I was part of the team which helped the one very large ultra-rich HNI group for purchase of phosphate processing plants in India and the Europe, and many such activities going forward. So I also collaborated with a Malaysian entrepreneur to set up a power plant in Mauritius in a public-private partnership. The documentation, land purchase agreement, power purchase agreement, and whatever it needs. Hydel power project in the Himachals. So the point was that management remains the same. The area of business can vary. So, and this has been a very exciting journey as a consultant. We did a lot of, as a company, a lot of inward funding for projects. For mainly, it was a very highly structured funding for electrical company which was making equipments for power transmission, and they wanted to acquire a company in Africa. So structured funding from US, and a lot of similar of the what I would say that of the normal route of funding, and and mainly into infrastructure.
That's really very interesting and a wonderful career journey so far, I must say. So your specialities include cross-border takeovers, mergers, and fundraising. Can you elaborate on a specific project where these skills played a crucial role in achieving success?
Well, I would specifically mention a couple of them. One I was mentioned earlier is the phosphate processing plant for ultra-rich HNI group, Indian origin, based out of UK. So they were into mining of phosphate, and they wanted phosphate processing plants. And the acquisition of existing plants happened in India, in Belgium, and in Spain. So my role involved was helping the due diligence team, part of the team, and negotiating with the sellers, arranging the bridge funding till the institutional fundings kicked in, and helping in also supporting, preparing documentation, etc. for the institutional funding. Second was a very interesting project in.
That's really very great, I must say. So what do you regard as the basis of your professional excellence?
Well, I believe that there could be two things which has always helped me in negotiating or talking with the other party. One is that I believe that I put myself in the shoes of the other party. That way I know where it pains and what is it in for them. If there is something in it for them, then only my party or my side gets anything. So it's always the interest of the other party should be taken care of. That was my first principle always. Of course, straightforward, truth, and nothing but the truth works. Second is, which I learned from Richard Branson, is that you take up any project, whether you know it or not, take it up and then learn everything about it. Build a team who would help you to build that project. These were the two major principles which I followed in my life.
Wow, that's really very wonderful, I must say. So, as the head of the CSR committee, how do you prioritize and direct CSR funds towards socially important projects?
See, CSR is a very large subject where it involves the attitude, aptitude, and the method of working of the company. But will concentrate, or rather, I concentrate on the use of the CSR fund, which is mandated by the government. So generally these funds are used in the areas of operation of the corporate concern. And the specific company where I am a CFO, uh, uh, I head the CSR committee, and we concentrate on upliftment of the lives of the people living near about our plants. So that would involve uh, cleaning of the rivers for rainwater harvesting, recharging of well. Also further down than the helping the schools to build up toilet blocks for girls, the benches or the furnitures, or even more laboratories and the audiovisual equipment, televisions. So those kind of things in that locality. Then going further, specialized equipment for the hospitals, which charity hospitals, which they cannot afford to buy, or they don't want to take loans and buy. So we help them, and we have very ongoing program of helping the dialysis a day. So we have been doing one dialysis free every day for last about 3 years. The lower strata of the society have various schemes, various help from the government, but the middle class, they have to fend for themselves. So we help this strata of the society, and mainly concentrate on the bread earners or the homemakers. Besides that, we help upcoming and budding sports stars who have done something for them. And I'm very happy to say that one para athlete who won the national game in basketball was sponsored for her training, for her special chair by us. And a young swimmer for her training, and who won some medals in the Khelo Bharat program of Khelo Bharat Games in Goa recently.
Wow.
So these are the CSR activities which we follow.
That's really great and wonderful and indeed very commendable, I must say. So, as a corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the
As far as the corporate governance is concerned, my basic principle is transparency and to follow all the rules and regulations, whether you like it or not. The best way to for any business to grow is with truth. Be fair to all, whether to the government rules and regulation, whether to the other stakeholders, shareholders, the employees, but treat them all very fairly and as per rules and regulation.
Yes, that's definitely there. So, when we talk about technology, what are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the latest technological revolution?
Well, as the technology, you are too young to would believe me that, because when I passed out and started my career, pocket calculator was the latest technology. And then came in the desktop computers. We used to do all calculation by hand, manual
Right.
calculation. Things changed. Computers came in. The accounting was done manually. Now it shifted to softwares and the computing systems. Technology has evolved, and technology has definitely helped. See, when you are doing work with different countries, I worked in about 28 countries. Without help of technology, it's just not possible. It could be as simple as having a mobile phone and able to talk to people anywhere, anytime. Because there was a time when even if you talk about 50 kilometers from Bombay, you need to book a trunk call, and it would take about more time than to reach there. So technology has evolved. Technology has really helped in the growth, and we have seen it all. Now, the companies which I have invested, one of them uses AI for data analytics for insurance and banking, and I see it. I see them working. I see the result which they were doing about 3 years back when I just invested, and now lot of difference. It is. I would not know hands-on what exactly the technology is helping them, but I can see the results. The other company which I am invested is into geotech. They use lidar technology to scan the landscape, and they find out what kind of forest we have, what kind of acreage we have for various food grain. Wheat is how much, and whether is there any reduction in happening, or whether the rainfall has affected. All this was just a guesswork probably a few years back, but this technology has really helped, and I think in years to come, this is going to change the way the functioning across the board.
So as you know, we are building a community of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community of corporate giants and industry experts. So what are your thoughts about this initiative taken about by Mr. Zishant Pathan, Mr. Hemal Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
This excellent initiative. I have opportunity to hear and read about many other people which you and your colleagues have interviewed, and you learn a lot. And see, I believe one thing: why do we reinvent the wheel? Because it's already there. Just learn from others' experience. And this initiative by your organization and Zehan and Hemel is really very nice, and all credit to them. And this should grow, and this would add value to a lot of people, not only the professionals who are joining here, but otherwise who are interested in having information about the various different fields and how people have achieved and solved various problems, and much more than that.
Mhm. So these have been really very kind words by you, I must say. So it was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you, Dr. Sanjivv Gandhi, for joining us today. We wish you the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably has expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. And all the wonderful different teachings and principles that you've shared with us that you live by every day, the wonderful career journey so far, I'm sure like everyone watching this, it is going to help them, inspire them, and grow in their careers as well. So thank you so much for being with us today on FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you. You have been so kind.